Hello, I'm FBX and welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about happy surprises, because this is something I feel like everyone can enjoy. Who doesn't love it when someone comes up and does something nice for them or gives them a gift in real life? That's a thing everyone can enjoy, right? However, this same kind of feeling, this same kind of experience can actually happen in Minecraft quite a few times, and I think it's a really good learning experience because certain random events in Minecraft don't feel good when they happen. Like when you find diamonds, it just feels like, yeah, I've been working for this long, I deserve diamonds, I need those diamonds. However, there are certain rare events that when you do find them, they just make you go, oh, that's amazing, and that's a cool thing. And like I said, I think it's a good lesson in random. I'm not entirely sure what you want to gain from that, but I think you will all enjoy the video. Hopefully you all do. Like the video too, because it helps out the channel and lets know you do enjoy these sorts of things. But with that said, let's get straight into the very first happy surprise in Minecraft. You might have guessed it, because there's one in the corner of my eye, and obviously I had to make this myself because this entire world had no mushroom biome, but I was fine with that when I realised it, because the mushroom biome is the rarest biome in Minecraft, and it doesn't really serve too much of an important purpose, but when you do find a mushroom biome, like I found right here, it does feel very, very, very cool, because as you can see, we've got one of the coolest mobs in the game. Again, it's exclusive to this biome, but you don't really need it. It's just a cow, but it has mushrooms on. You can get infinite food from, and every single time I find a mushroom biome, I think, here's the easiest way to explain it. Look, it's the shape of a heart, because I love the mushroom biome, but when you don't find it, it doesn't feel bad. When you do find it, it feels really, really cool, and you end up with one of the exclusive mobs as a result of that, and like I said, I think this is a great example of a randomness element that just goes really, really right. So yeah, mushrooms and the mushroom biome, I should say, really great, things, both of them, and there's a lot of, like, unique aspects going on with this that make it really great when you do find them, such as the infinite food, such as the mycelium, which can, stop the mob spawning and have the weird stuff going on. It's a very, very weird biome to find, and if you do so, then you'll be, again, rewarded in this really bizarre, like, new gameplay aspect kind of way, which I do quite like. So the second cool surprise that, again, it's a really happy surprise when it happens, but it's not like you're constantly looking for it, is actually finding mob spawners in Minecraft. So yeah, you go and exploring in your cave, you're looking for diamonds or your iron, whatever else you're actually trying to do in there, and you're like, oh yeah, well, there's some torches all over here, or like some coal. Okay, this is kind of lame, but eventually you might just find yourself a mob spawner. So yeah, this mob spawner, as you can see right here, is a skeleton mob spawner, and it's really, really great because the mob spawner is an opportunity to get, a couple of free chests worth of, like, rare exclusive stuff, but it's also a way to, farm XP, and yeah, like I said, that you're not necessarily looking out for it the whole time, but when you do find a mob spawner, it feels so good because there are so many things you can do with it, despite not needing to necessarily do so. So like I said, if I want, I can sit in the corner here, and I can, wait for skeletons to spawn, and I can farm these skeletons and get XP, I can get arrows, I can get bones. These are all very useful things to get from a mob spawner, but as well as being able to just, kill them and, have a fun thing happen there, so let's kill both these guys, and then let's also, eat, because you want to. Pro tip, don't spend too much time in here if you don't have food, but as well as being able to get, the free loot, the free XP, etc., you can also look for stuff like, oh, golden apples, you can find saddles, you can find all this amazing stuff in here, but yeah, again, because all of this stuff can be found elsewhere, and you can technically do it in other ways, it's just a really nice bonus when you do find a mob spawner. Again, the skeleton spawner is the best one in my opinion, but you can find a bunch of spawners that all feel pretty good, and actually, these skeletons here bring me into the third example of something I really love when it happens, and it is actually to do with, the mobs themselves, the skeletons, and one of their rare drops. So there is a small chance when you kill a skeleton that it will drop their bow, and that's, kind of cool by itself, like, oh yeah, free bow, but it's usually, a pretty rundown bow. So what's really cool is there is a tiny chance of that bow then being enchanted, and being enchanted with good stuff. So this means that, again, randomly when you kill a skeleton, you've got like 1 in 500 chance. No one's ever, like, doing it deliberately, like, right now I'm killing the skeletons just for the skeleton's sake, but, most people don't do this deliberately, but if you want to, you can kill skeletons deliberately, and you can try, I don't think it's going to work in this particular case, but you can try to get, did I get a bow? No, I didn't, but you can try and get a bow, and the cool thing about it is even if you don't, magically get the enchanted bow you're looking for, you still end up with a lot of cool stuff, and it just feels kind of good in that way, as opposed to the wither skeletons, where, if you don't find one, it just feels like you've wasted your time, or as opposed to the enderman, where sometimes they drop nothing. I feel like both of these things are just terrible examples when you compare it to the skeleton, and that lovely rare bow drop, where you can get an infinite bow, and it just feels really good. I think it's a great feeling, and that's why I figured it's the third little happy surprise here. So the fourth happy surprise you can find in Minecraft. So by the way, just this, I know this will seem like, oh, that didn't happen to be that way. I found this second mob spawner just after I found that first one. I realized, oh, that'd be great for the video. And the crazy thing about this second mob spawner is it proved a point, because I was blown away when it happened, literally while recording this video, and it, made me realize that this is a better happy suggestion than what I had in mind, because when you're looking around, when you find a mob spawner, the chests you have alongside them can contain stuff like, saddles and gunpowder and stringing. These are nice things to have, but the crazy thing to have that, maybe go, whoa, is the fact that this particular chest had not only a golden apple in it, like the other one did, it has an enchanted golden apple. This is again, I was never even expecting this, but when I I find it, it's like, whoa, that is literally an item that costs 8 gold blocks right now. At some point in the future, it will become uncraftable, and you just get it for free in a chest. It feels so good. You know, let's eat it right now, because why not, right? It just feels so good when you finally do get one, and just look at that. I get 8 free hearts worth of stuff for free. It is so amazing in my opinion, and yeah, it's something that you can only experience at mob spawners, and again, no one's ever been like, oh yeah, let's get enchanted golden apples by looking for mob spawners, but because you can, it feels so good, and just look at that. I get 2 minutes of all these hearts, all this absorb, you know, all these effects, and although they're a little bit OP and all that sort of stuff, the mere fact of getting them, and in survival, it is just a really wonderful thing when it does actually happen. So yeah, that is the 4th really happy surprise in Minecraft. Rare drops from any chest, whether it's enchanted books, any of that sort of stuff, they all just, again, they feel wonderful in my opinion, and I do quite like them. So what is the final like kind of happy surprise for the 5 here? It's actually going to have to be emeralds. So yeah, emeralds, like I said, all the other ores, when you're looking for them, you're kind of desperate for them. Oh, well, I guess there's my emerald. When you're looking for them, you're kind of desperate for them, and that's you know, kind of how that happens. But when it comes to the emerald, if you want emeralds, you trade for them. However, you can find emeralds very rarely inside, you know, extreme hills if you go below them, like I just did right there. And the reason this is such a fun event is because it means that, oh, guess what? You can randomly find these emeralds that admittedly don't have too much use, but it still feels wonderful when you find them. Like, yeah, just because you don't need them, it doesn't mean it doesn't feel wonderful. And it means that if you really don't want to trade, you've got a second way to do that. I really love that as like a, you know, you can do it the consistent way by trading and making this and that happen, or you can have rare events happen to make that happen. And I feel like that's the kind of underlying tone for all of these rare events that I feel like are quite happy. When you take something that you can do in a more consistent way if you want to, and then you make it so there's some really rare chance of it happening, it just feels amazing every single time it does, and it is the Minecraft equivalent of the real life happy surprise. It is the gift that comes from nowhere that you aren't expecting and maybe don't even think you deserve, and that's why I do quite like them all. Those are my 5 favourite ones. Hopefully you all agree and like these too. So before I leave, I don't want to have like one honourable mention here, which is the fact that sometimes when lightning strikes any mob, that is, again, it's a cool, happy, rare surprise. It's not necessarily quite so useful because, you know, skeleton horses are nice, but the charge creeper, it just looks cool and makes you go, whoa, and the, you know, zombie pigman and the villager, all the things that lightning can strike, because again, it can strike a villager to make a witch, it can strike a pig to make a zombie pigman, it can strike a creeper to make a charge creeper, or the skeleton trap can spawn. All these sorts of things are happy surprises, but they're not ones I've personally felt because I don't have lightning in my world, and like I sleep through it every single time, and I feel like most people are probably the same. So that's why I figured I would exclude them, but everything else I feel like is a happy surprise. I'd love to know what you think about them, or in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, because it helps out the channel, and let's know that you too like these happy surprises. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage, and maybe you'll find yourself a mushroom, and you can be best friends, and it'll be a lovely surprise. So yeah, that said, hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time. Bye.